Welcome everyone to the 7th Annual Village Singers Show. Today we celebrate Canada with many songs about our wonderful country, and also with songs written or performed by Canadians. So sit back and relax, for we have something to sing about. Here's Dermot and the Singers with the Nova Scotia Farewell. Then it's on to Quebec for one of the most widely sung songs of all of our Canadian songs.
The sun was setting in the west, the birds were singing on every tree. All nature seemed inclined to rest, but alas, there was no rest for me. I grieve to leave my native home. I grieve to leave my comrades all, and my parents whom I hold so dear, and the bonny, bonny lass that I do adore.
Oh
become Canada's hockey anthem. Written in 1973 by Stompin' Tom Connors, the song has been played in many an NHL arena. Tony, Pat, and Marty now give us the hockey song. Sing along with the chorus, you want to.
Neighbor
bunch of colonies in North America ever get together to form this country that we all love so much? Well, they gathered in Charlottetown in 1864 and decided to ask Queen Victoria for permission to join together. Johnny MacDonald, a Princeton lawyer and politician, went to Windsor to make the arrangements. That's Windsor in England, by the way. Here's how we think it went.
Good to be queen. Welcome to Windsor Castle, Mr. MacDonald.
Your Majesty, introduce my wife, Susan Agnes. Came along to help with elections.
You're a lucky politician to have a woman behind you to tell you where to go.
Oh, I do that all the time, Your Majesty.
Good for you. Now, you have a petition for me, Mr. MacDonald?
We're here to ask you to let your colonies in North America join together to form a new country. We need to protect ourselves from the United States, Seaman.
What have they trumped up now?
They're trying to do this part of the country using raids by the Fenians.
Imagine, Your Majesty, if they were to succeed, we would have to spell and speak English the way they do.
Horrors!
Well, and there'd be no more pain. Just imagine the head of a country being some peanut farmer or a hotel owner with sex bankruptcies.
Never!
Uniting the colonies will avoid us asking you to keep coming over to protect us, Seaman.
You make a good case. What shall we call this country? Something like, New Land?
With all due respect, man, that sounds a little too much like Newfoundland. So, something more distinctive.
Yes, perhaps you're right. A new country should have a distinctive name. What do they call it now?
Well, right now it's CND, country not designated.
What was that again? I'm afraid I have trouble hearing these days with my 9 children running around noisy all day.
You have 9 children. Oh, sorry, ma'am. You have served your country well.
Well, we haven't invented television yet, so what else do? What was that name again?
Country not designated. C A N A D A.
Oh, I got it. C-A-N-A-D-A.
No, ma'am, no. It's C-A-N-A. Oh, wait a minute. That sounds pretty good at Canada, eh? Oh, I like it.
And it sounds just like the Indian word Kanata, meaning place. The First Nations and the tourists will love that.
Right, yeah, Mrs. MacDonald. So, that's what we're settling there, man. Canada.
Yes, it rolls nicely off the tongue. Canada. Canada it is then. So, where will your capital city be?
Oh, well, I was thinking, my hometown, Kingston, Ontario, man.
Oh, no, that's right on the border with USA.
Well, the Quebecers want Quebec City or Montreal.
And Canada wants Toronto, and the Maritimes want Halifax.
Anywhere but Toronto, they can't even win a Stanley Cup. So, what would that map and go stand over there. Hold it high. Please get out of the way. I lose more servants playing dance. All right then. Oh, goody! Let me see. Oh, goody. Have you ever heard of a place called Ottawa, Mr. McDonald?
I have it. It's only loving town right on the Ontario-Quebec border. It's a wee bit small, and nobody knows where it is.
It sounds like a perfect place to hide a government.
Why, you say so, man. I'll drink to that.
There, we have it then. A brand new country, Canada, with a unique capital city, Ottawa. Oh, it's good to be queen. Shall we retire to the drawing room and celebrate? Does anyone fancy a game of darts?
Bobby Gimbey was a Canadian composer and trumpeter who was born in Saskatchewan. In 1967, he wrote a song called Canada for the Canadian Centennial celebrations, using local school children to sing behind him on the stage. It became the most popular song of the centennial. Working Man was written by the late Rita McNeil. This song was sparked by her visit to the Princess Colliery in Nova Scotia, Sydney Mines. Listening to the tour guide talk about the terrible conditions that the men worked in down in the mines caused the song and the lyrics to come into her head. This song became the unofficial anthem for coal miners everywhere. Worms are a well-known Canadian comedic band. When we're under pressure from the Americans, as we are now, sometimes it's good to remember that our country has many stellar qualities. For instance, Canada's really big.
When I look around me, I can't believe what I see. It seems as if this country has lost its will to live. The economy is lousy. We barely have an army, but we can still stand proudly, 'cause Canada's really big. We're the second largest country. accounts. Some people will tell you that price is pretty large, but you can't put 40 pounds into this land of ours. Takes a lot of work. Takes a whole lot of work. We're bigger than Malaysia, almost as big as Asia. We're bigger than Australia. It's a continent, so think we seldom bother to go see one another. But we often go to other countries for vacation. Our mountains are very pointy. Our prairies are not. The rest is kind of bumpy. But then we have a lot. We got a lot of land. We got a whole lot of land. So stand up and get loud and sing out very loud. We stand up from the crowd of Canada's really big.
This next beautiful song should be a second anthem to us all. Listen to the words as Pat and Bert lead us in.
Side by side and step by step, our fathers were marching along.
They were building a road to the future with a spade and a smile and a song.
Out of the wilderness and out of the sand, the land that we live in today.
But the job to be done has barely begun. Here is one thing I'm proud to say. My country is my cathedral, done all the time is home. They all call it Canada, but I call it home.
working for. Still I wish you'd change your mind if I asked you one more time. But we've been through that 100 times or more. For strong winds that blow lonely, 7 seas that run high, all those things that don't change, come what may. But our good times are over, and I'm bound for moving on. I look for you if I'm ever back this way. For strong winds. That's what you get for loving me. That's what you get for loving me. Well, everything you had is gone, as you can see. That's what you get for loving me. I ain't the kind to hang around with any new love that I found. As the minutes rush out and take, I'm moving on. I won't think of you when I'm gone.
So don't you shed a tear for me. I ain't the love you thought I'd be. I've got 100 more like you, so don't be blue. 100,000 for I'm through.
That's what you get for loving me. That's what you get for loving me. Well, everything you had is gone, as you can see. That's what you get for loving me.
Four Strong Winds was written by Ian Tyson from Duncan, BC. Ian was actually a rodeo rider in his early years, and he took up the guitar whilst he was recovering from a fall. He moved to Toronto and he teamed up with Sylvia Fricker to form Ian and Sylvia. Listen to Minor Key and the gang sing this very popular folk song.
Strong winds that blow lonely, 7 seas that run high, all those things that don't change, come one day. But our good times are
Snow was born in Nova Scotia. He was a dock worker when he bought his first guitar for the pricey sum of $5.95. His first radio show was in 1934 in Halifax, and RCA Victor signed him to a contract 2 years later. But it wasn't until 1949, when his records were released in the US, that he became a true country music star. But perhaps even more known to you is Canada's own Paul Anka. When Paul was 15 years old in 1956, he had a real crush on his pretty neighbour Diana Ayub. So he wrote a song for her, performing the song at school functions and in parties. The following year, he took his song to New York. The rest, as we all know, is history. Our guys have put together a little set, starting with Diana first, and then followed by Hank's Moving On.
I'm so young and you're so old. Just my darling, I've been told. I don't care just what they say, 'cause forever I will pray. You and I will be as free as the birds up in the tree. Oh, please stay by me. Feels I get when you hold me close. Oh, Diana, you're the most. I love you, but do you love me? Oh, Diana, can't you see? I love you with all my heart, and I hope we'll never part. Oh, please stay by me. Oh, my darling, oh, my lover, tell me that there is no other. I love you with my heart. Oh, 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 only you can take my heart. Only you can tear it apart. When you hold me in your loving arms, I can feel you giving all your charms. Hold me, darling, oh, hold me tight. Squeeze me, baby, with all your might. Oh, please stay by me, Diana. Oh, please, Diana. Oh, please,
But she wouldn't stay.
We're moving on. My big game dealer moving down the track. Meet your true love and daddy and they're coming back. I'm moving on. I'll soon be gone. You were flying too high for my little old sky, so I'm moving on.
Big loud whistle as it blew and blew. Said hello Canada, I'm coming to you. I'm moving on. Oh, hear my song. You had the left front knee, so I set you free. And I'm moving on.
Stay engineer, take the throttle in hand, 'cause it's travel the fastest in the southern land. Keep moving on. Keep rolling on. You're gonna ease my mind and put me there on time. Keep moving on.
Down the track, you true love, daddy ain't coming back. I'm moving on. I'll soon be gone. You're flying too high for the little old sky, so I yellow sky. So I'm moving on.
By the time Anne Murray was 7 years old, she was singing all the time. Anne led the way for a generation of Canadian divas. Her songs have seldom been off the charts, and here's our Margaret Penrice to sing one of Anne's big hits.
I'll always remember the song they were playing the first time we danced, and I knew as we swayed to the music and held to each other, I fell in love with you. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Would you be my partner every night? When we're together it feels so right. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? I'll always remember the song they were playing when I held you close to me. As we moved together, I knew forever you're all I'd ever need. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Would you be my partner every night? When we're together it feels so right. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Come on, everyone, join in. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Would you be my partner every night? When we're together it feels so right. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Would you be my partner every night? When we're together it feels so right. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life?
When you and I were young, Maggie, George Washington Johnson of Blandford County near Hamilton was 21 when he wrote this song for his sweetheart, Maggie Clark. And this was way back in 1864, and this was prior to their marriage. In 1922, a new version was published by the American composers, adding the words blues to the name. The song was a big hit in 1951, the father and son duo Bing and Gary Crosby. And in 2005, it was inducted into the Canadian Songwriters Hall of Fame.
I wander today to the hills, Maggie, to watch the sea below. The green and the green hill
Lights Now, words and music by Joni Mitchell. This song earned Joni a Grammy for the best folk performance of 1970.
Mows and flows of angel hair, and ice cream castles in the air, and there canyons everywhere. I looked at clouds that way, but now they only block the sun. They rain and snow on everyone. So many things I would have done, but clouds got in my way. I look at clouds from both sides now, from up and down, and still somehow it's clouds' illusions I recall. I really don't know how. Moons and Junes and Ferris wheels, the dizziness in way and feel, as every fairy tale comes true. I looked at love that way, but now it's just another show. Believe and laughing when you go, and if you care, don't let them know. Don't give yourself away. I look at love from both sides now, from give and take, and still somehow it's love's illusions I recall. I really don't know love at all.
Sheldon Brooks, a native of Amherstburg here in Ontario, had the melody of a song in his head but no lyrics. And one day in 1910, in a restaurant, he overheard a quarrel. "You'd better not walk out on me," an angry young woman warned her lover. "Some of these days you're going to miss me, honey." And "Some of These Days" was born. It was a hit that year and became the theme song of Sophie Tucker, the last of the Red Hot Mamas.
Some of these days you're gonna miss me, honey. Some of these days you're gonna be so lonely. You'll miss my hugging. You'll miss my kissing. You'll miss me, honey, when I'm far away. I'll be so lonely, just for you only. But you know, honey, you had your way. And if you leave me, I know it's gonna grieve me. You miss your red hot mama. Some of these days I'll be so lonely, just for you only. But you know, honey, you had your way. But if you leave me, I know it's gonna grieve me. You'll miss your red hot mama some of these days.
Graham D. Dunnett, well known to most of us as our neighbour here in Rosedale Village. Dee is actually a veteran of those heady days in the 60s when he fronted the Starliners band over in Europe, sharing the bill with such other groups as the Beatles and Jerry and the Pacemakers.
It was tough.
He came to Canada in 1963 and he was attracted by the lively Toronto music scene, and he formed a new band called Dee and the Yeomen. They became very popular playing at their home base, the Night Owl, right here in the heart of Yorkville, and they had several hit recordings such as A Love Like Mine and In a Minute or Two in North and South America, plus over in Australia and in Europe. Over the years, they formed right across Canada before Dee retired from the music scene. To our great delight, Graham and his wife Vicky live right here in Rosedale Village, and he generously shares his talent and his experience with the village singers. Ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to present Graham's latest gig as we enjoy a couple of Dee's hits and introduce Dee and the Demons.
That's a good name for them, let me tell you.
That you think another man could love you better than me. I hope someday you'll find that this burning love of mine is stronger than any other could be. Baby, if you don't love me, what in the world can I do with a love like mine, a love like mine, a love like mine, a love like... Here's another one. Oh, kind-hearted melody, what's you were a song of love. Now, just keep going in me with the memory of a tender love, oh, broken-hearted melody. Keep reminding me of the lips I long to kiss, and the love I've missed since you went away. Night and day they play a broken-hearted melody that you used to sing to me when the world was young and bright, and you held me tight. Suddenly I found that I was heaven bound. Broken-hearted melody, once you were a song of love. Now you just keep taunting me with the memory of a tender love, oh, broken-hearted melody. Won't you bring her back to me? Bring her until she learns, melody. No more will it be a broken-hearted melody.
Howdy! You guys doing? Hey, you were here last year, I remember you. Yeah. So I was talking to this young girl, and she was telling me that she thought us old folks were sometimes pretty cranky. So I told her that, you know, you don't get to practice being old. I mean, this is the first time I've ever been old. It kind of crept up on me. But there were signs, like these skin growths that come on, as big as you could name them after a deceased pet, for goodness sake. And my neck skin, it took on a life of its own, I'll tell you. I was afraid to go out last Thanksgiving. Aren't you quick? And then you start to do strange things, like driving up to a roadside mailbox and ordering the burger and fries. And then last Easter, my brother and I, we were coming out of church, and he stopped to talk to a friend, so I went down in the parking lot and got in the car. And the man behind the wheel looked at me and said, "Oh, are you going home with me?" And I looked at him and I said, "Oh, Archbishop, I'm so sorry." But, you know, and then I don't even want to talk about going in the wrong side of the car wash. People get so excited if you do that. And I don't know why that woman was screaming so hard. I was just as surprised to see her as she was to see me. Honestly. But anyways, I did get a compliment on my driving the other day. I came out of the mall, and I went back to my car, and there was a notice on my front window, and it said, "Parking fine." So I was really happy, and I looked at my car, and I thought, I deserve a better car than this. So I went down the dealer, and I started looking at all these cute little buggies, and I thought, I gotta go home and give my bird some kind of a hint as to what I want for my birthday. So I went home and I said, "Bert, I want something that goes from 0 to 175 in seconds." And he bought me a scale. Now, you know, a man should not dwell on his mistakes. I mean, there's no point in both of us dwelling on it, is there? So I hear everybody's getting all excited about Canada's 150th anniversary. Did you hear about the guy who had a map of Canada tattooed on his butt? Yeah, every time he sits down, Quebec separates. I was downtown Toronto the other day, and I saw some Americans. And this one guy comes up to me and he says, "Ma'am, will I see polar bears on Yonge Street?" And I looked at him and I said, "Son, it depends on how much you've been drinking." But then I guess we shouldn't make fun of these Americans, because, you know, I heard the other day that some feller from Alberta was over in Paris, France, and he was at the Eiffel Tower, and he asked the tour guide how many gallons a day they got out of her. So anyways, my Bert and I, we decided that we'd go out a bit of a holiday to celebrate too, you know. So we got to this town, and we went to the tour office because we wanted to find out what sort of activities they had for people to do. So the woman said to us, "You should go bungee jumping off the bridge into the canyon." Well, my Bert said, "I can't do that, my teeth will fall out." Then she says to us, "Come back next month, we're having a fundraiser, and everybody's going to be bungee jumping into the canyon nude." Well, the thought of my Bert and me jumping nude into the canyon on a bungee cord made me laugh so much my water broke and I wasn't even pregnant. magician, and he did some amazing things. And after one of his really good tricks, some woman hollered out, "How did you do that?" And he looked down at her and he said, "Well, ma'am, I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you." And just then, a fella in the back row hollered out, "Well, could you tell my mother-in-law?" So my Bert, he went to the doctor the other day for his annual checkup. Yeah. And so when he was in there, the doctor said to him, "So Bert, since I got you here, have you any problems you'd like to talk to me about?" So Bert said, "Yes, Doc." He said, "My sex drive's too high." And so the doctor said, "Too high at your age? 82 years old? Why, Bert, that's just wonderful." And Bert said, "No, it's not. My sex drive's up here, and I need it to be further down about 3 feet." So anyway, I'm still on a diet, always trying to lose weight. You know what it's like. It's a never-ending battle. So I told my daughter the other day that I had eggs for breakfast, and she said, "Scrambled?" And I said, "No, Cadbury." So then I thought, well, maybe I better start eating more natural foods, until I read in the magazine that most people die of natural causes. And then I thought, well, I better be a vegetarian, because no matter how many books I've read, I cannot, for the life of me, find out what disease Cured Hand had. So I'm telling you, but I don't think we need to worry. We're having a lot of fun, and we're here, and just enjoy your life, because we're on the green side of the grass.
For Loving Me. The words and the music were by Gordon Lightfoot. Gordon spent his early days as a voice soprano back in Aurelia. In 1963, while he was singing songs in the bars and coffee houses of Ontario, Ian and Sylvia heard him. They recorded 2 of his songs and passed them on to the radio. Their recording, For Loving Me, turned into an international hit.
That's what you get for loving me. That's what you get for loving me. Well, everything you have is all, as you can see. That's what you get for loving me. I ain't the kind to hang around with any new love that I found. As long as my solitude, I'm moving on. I won't think of you when I'm gone.
So don't you shed a tear for me. I ain't gonna love you for I need. I've got 100 more like you, so don't be blue. I've got 1,000 for I'm
That's what you get for loving me. That's what you get for loving me. Well, everything you have is all, as you can see. That's what you get for loving me. That's what you get for loving me.
Written in 1995 by Canadian music's country music star Shania Twain and her now ex-husband, this song, Whose Bed Have Your Boots Been Under, became Shania's first gold record and it also was Country Music Song of the Year. Backed up by the Village Gals, here's Margaret McGregor to sing it for you.
Whose bed have your boots been under? Whose bed have your boots been under? Whose heart did you steal, I wonder? This time did you feel like thunder me? Whose bed have your boots been
Okay. Would you please rise and join us in singing O Canada?
Well, this could not happen without the excellent leadership of our two directors, Brenda. I'm wearing my glasses so I can give you the correct name. And Shirley. Thank you very much. As you may know, this is Shirley's swan song. She's given us 7 years of very strong leadership and polished this group up. So we thank her. She is going to come back as Myrtle, she tells us, but she is trading in her director's shoes. They're going to be very big shoes to fill, and we will certainly miss you, Shirley.